Hey there, Foppers, and welcome back to a quest to complete every single video game. Absolutely all of them. Today we're back with more The Farmer Was Replaced. And in between episodes I have changed the code around a little bit, just to make it cleaner and also better now that I feel like we don't really want to plant multiple crops at the same time that much anymore. Before it was okay to plant multiple things in a field and change like that. But now I feel like we use the whole field for one crop at a time. Still, a lot of the basics are the same, so the main is looking much cleaner. It just has the desired things we want. These numbers we can change around a little. I did add a minimum and a maximum, so when the resource drops below the minimum, it harvests up to the maximum. That's just in order to allow us to focus the entire field around one crop a little bit more and focus on getting a resource up, you know. And I did move out sunflowers and pumpkins from the main, so we have those here and they're being cleaned up a little bit. Looking good. And also we did change around a few of the scripts here, so all of them now have the movement built into their own script instead of the big main script. I just figured that will make things a little bit easier for me when programming. That has solved all of the issues, so we can now do that. And in this episode, I definitely do want to optimize the sunflowers a little bit, because we do actually want to save up power, you know? Get that up to a reasonable amount. We need 2000 power in order to increase the drone speed permanently. And in order to do that, we need a lot of power, obviously, power generation. Also, we can definitely improve the pumpkins a little. I want to use fertilizer for that, and I think lists can be used for sunflowers. So we'll see what we can do. I've just let the script run while I've been coding stuff, so I have a few more resources, but it's mostly been run on the code we're used to, so it's just been kind of grinding that we've skipped there, so I hope that's fine. Yeah, so you can see we now do the entire field of sunflower instead of just a little bit. And that's just because we get more power out of that. And unfortunately, it does have to look through the entire field in order to find the greatest sunflower. And that's because we haven't had access to lists before. I think we can do something interesting with lists here to make this speed up quite a bit. And we'll have to see though. Anyways, let's see if we can get something. So not speed, but we can get expansion there. It's one of those. That's a way bigger farm. Cool. Let's see, can we upgrade carrot yield? Yeah, we can. Let's get a lot of wood now so we can upgrade the carrot yield, hopefully to the max. Let's see. We will be working on sunflowers until we have 50 power, because that's the maximum here. We won't stop to go back and get wood. Let's see here. Just wait for him to finish there. It's gonna take a little bit, unfortunately. It doesn't generate a lot of power yet. We can just stop the script and run it again. That doesn't get us any wood because we're above the minimum. Let's do a minimum of like... what do we need here? 2000. Let's say a minimum of 5000. We can work up to 6000 wood. I think we would get wood quite fast. Just cover the entire field in wood. So that's good. We get a lot of wood there, so let's go to carrots. Upgrade that. We can do it once more soon. There we go. How far do we think carrots go? Probably to 1200% like the other ones there. I might not care about maxing that out. Increasing power gain from sunflower would help us out a lot. We need maces for that. We can get maces. Maybe play around with that actually. If you use fertilizer on a full ground bush, it will grow into a maze of hedges with a 10% probability. For some reason, the drone can't fly over the hedges, even though they don't look that high. There's a treasure hidden somewhere in the hedge. Use harvest on the treasure to receive gold equal to the area of the maze. For example, a 5x5 maze will yield 25 gold. If you use harvest anywhere else, the maze will simply disappear. Get entity type is equal to entities.treasure if the drone is over treasure, and entities.hedge everywhere else in the maze. Mazes do not contain any loops unless you reuse the maze. So there is no way for a drone to end up in the same position again without going back. You can check if there is a wall by trying to move through it. Move returns true if it succeeds, and false otherwise. If you have no idea how to get the treasure, take a look at hint 1, it shows you how to approach a problem like this. For an extra challenge, you can also reuse the maze by using fertilizer on the treasure. This has a 10% probability of increasing the treasure by 1 full maze and moving it to a random position in the maze. Using measure on a treasure returns the position it will go to next as a tuple. For example, while above the treasure, the following code gives you the position where the treasure will be after you fertilize it. Each time the treasure is relocated, a random wall may be moved from the maze, so reused mazes can contain loops. Put that loops in the maze makes it much more difficult, so if you're a beginner, you may not want to reuse mazes. Reusing mazes doesn't give you more gold than spawning a new maze, it's only worth it if the extra information and the shortcuts help you move the maze faster. The same maze can be solved a maximum of 300 times. This corresponds to 299 relocations. After that, fertilizing the treasure won't have any effect anymore. We don't really want to look at the hints. That's a lot of information. How do we start this? I guess we start this. Let's run the backup main. We can run that at harvest wood, since that's what we care about for the thing there. Let's just run that. Start with desired treasure. Min is equal to, say, 100. And desired treasure max is equal to, say, 1000. It doesn't really matter too much yet. Matters more when we want to get some upgrades. And then we want to do an else if here. I can just copy actually. Okay, let's do this. Else if num items. Items dot, I guess it's treasure. Let's see. Items dot, where is it? Gold actually, okay. Is less than or equal to desired treasure minimum. We can just change the pumpkin there to treasure. And items dot gold there. We don't want to compare pumpkins to treasure, that's silly. Harvest treasure. This will lead us into the treasure function, which we will have in its own tab here. So we do this and we do treasure. And then we do def harvest treasure. And here we can start writing the code. So we definitely want to start with planting a bush. And let's do... let's see, how do we do this? One. Well, we definitely want to do if can harvest first, actually. Can harvest. Harvest. Can we just do harvest anyway, actually? Yeah, because we don't really care about the resources on that square. If we lose them out, that's fine. We start with harvest to have an empty slot for the bush. And we don't really care about the soils, we don't need to till, plant, entities, dot bush. Okay, that should plant us a bush. And we do want to do something here, so let's do trade. If num, okay, you can move the mouse there, num items of items dot fertilizer is equal to 0, then trade for fertilizer. Items of fertilizer, actually. Sorry. Fertilizer there. See, how much does that cost? Actually, 10 pumpkins. We do run the pumpkin script first, we should always have 10 pumpkins, so that's fine. Shade for fertilizer. And then, let's see, let's do while and then get entity type is not equal to entities dot maze. See, or hedge it is actually. Well, we want to do, what was it again? Uh, yeah, it's hedge everywhere else in the maze or treasure on the treasure. Okay. So if we're not standing on hedge or get entity type is not equal to entities dot treasure, then we can trade for fertilizer here. So the reason why I do this is just because we can now reuse this script until we stand on a maze. We might have to use multiple fertilizers. So then we do use items dot fertilizer. So this ensures that we're standing on a bush no matter where we are when we start this script. And we plant, like harvest, so it's an empty square, and then we plant the bush. And then until we use fertilizer until we're in a maze. Right, that's the start of this. Let's change backup main now to harvest treasure just to see what we're working with. Okay, so this spawns us a maze. And what do we do from here? So, see, let's stop this. Can we... We don't want to harvest unless we're standing on a maze or a treasure. So we definitely want to do uh, somewhere here. If get entity type is equal to entities dot treasure, then we harvest. So this will ensure that we harvest when we're standing on a treasure. Until then, we do wanna move on. Like we don't wanna do that. So I guess actually we can change this a little bit. So we can do while we're get entity type is not equal to entities dot treasure. Then we want to do something, and then when we're done, we can harvest. So we just keep the harvest there. This while loop will run until we're standing on a treasure now. We can just try. Uh, let's see. If move north is equal to true, because this should return true if it can move north, right? Uh, Check if there's a wall by trying to move through it. Move returns true if it succeeds and false otherwise. Okay, so we want to do here. We want to do move north first, and then if move. So if it did move, then we wanna. Okay, we wanna have a statement here. Let's start by having an empty variable. So has moved is equal to false because it starts not having moved in the maze. And then here we can do uh, while not has moved. So until he moves, we tried running this. So then we move. If he has not moved yet, we try moving north. And then if he has moved, we can set has moved is equal to true. Right? And then if he hasn't moved, we just keep on going here. That should break us out of the while loop. And we want to copy this and just do 1, 2, 3, and we can try east, and then we can try south, and then we can try west. So it tries moving in all of the directions with the like the clock going clockwise. And I don't know if that's enough to really solve the maze. It might be. We'll just try to see what happens here. So after he has moved, we break out of the has moved loop and continue to this code here. We just set has moved to false. And if he's standing on the treasure, then it will break out of this loop and it will just harvest. And if he's not standing on the treasure, has moved will go to false and we'll try this again. We'll try moving with the clock, just see if we can move to any position. Let's just try this and see what happens now. Okay, so he moves here, and nothing happens. Okay, that's very interesting. Why doesn't anything happen here? Why doesn't it? While and get entity type is not equal to entities.hedge, it is equal to, so it should skip, right? That's strange. It can't use the fertilizer here, so that's why it's not using that. Uh, hmm. Is equal to entities.treasure and entities.hedge everywhere else in the maze. That's very strange to me. Why isn't this working? Why is this not working? That's a good question. It should do that, and then while it's not true, it goes on here, right? Where is the mistake? Uh, it's not equal to entities.hedge. Probably can't spawn a treasure. Let's just try getting rid of this. Let's try running this now. Okay. Move takes 1 argument. Okay, so if move, it should work, right? If move is, did I misunderstand? Let's move north here. Try that. And let's try move north. Maybe this works. Okay, and then we'll just do the same for east. I guess we can copy this. Makes it a little bit faster for us. Okay, move south there. Move east there. Move east. And then finally we do move west. Do that there. Move west. And then we see we have to run the backup main there. And he just keeps on going north and south. Yeah, that makes sense. So how do we break out of that? That's the question. Since he can't move east there and he can't... Huh. He does just keep on going. Other than like a random movement, how can you consistently solve these mazes? I wonder. Uh, okay. We could have another thing that makes it difficult for him to go back, maybe. We could do that. Has moved. We do. We just copy this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. has moved north, has moved east, has moved south, uh, south, and has moved west. And then we add all of these in here, so just copy this. We say has moved north equals true. True. And then we do the same thing, so north, probably want to have that first here actually, just in case. Let's see, copy this for all of them. And then we do east. We could probably actually just have one variable and say the direction we move, but we've come this far now, so we might as well use this. South, west, and then we say, let's see, what do we want to do? And not moved south. Then he shouldn't go back that easily. Let's see, let's copy all of this. Let's put that here, and let's do west. Let's copy this here, and let's do north. Put that here, and let's do east. And then if none of these succeed because he's like in a dead end, so like here, he would go west from this spot into here, and he's not allowed to move east because he moved west. Actually, we want to do all of these, copy these over. We want to put them all here, I guess, so that all of the other directions become false if he's moved here. If not, they would remain true. So we do move north equals true. Okay. And we just copy all of these into here. And we do move east equals true instead. Move north equals false. And then we do the same here. Move south equals true. Move north equals false, obviously. And we do the same thing here too. Just copy you there and move the west equals true. Let's see, there you go. And you can be false. And then after this, so this is if he's in a dead end. So if he's in a dead end and none of these activate, like for example here, if he comes from the west, we just want to make him move back one spot, and that should get him out of the dead end again. So let's try doing that here. So let's do if has moved north, move south. I guess we actually want to copy all of this from the south here. Okay, do this. We want to copy the move south too, obviously. And there we go. And then we want to put this in 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. That should leave us with all of these. Yeah. And we change this to east. Then he moves west. And moved west equals true. South equals false. And then has moved south. Then move north. And has moved north equals true. true there. And has moved south equals false. And has moved west. Move east there. And move east equals true. And move south equals false. Now let's see how this script does. Okay. And it does get there, and then moved west has never been defined. That's no wonder. So has moved. Okay, so we only made the mistake here. So let's just do copy over the has m here. And let's do this. It's just a simple typo. Nothing to worry about. Then we can try running once more. See. He does get stuck in a loop, which is very strange to me. Why does he do that? So he should go east and then he should start going west. Let's see. Move east if he has moved west. He doesn't want to keep moving west, I guess. Hmm. Why doesn't he want to do that? So he's moving east, and we're kind of preventing him a little bit somehow. Uh, okay. Why is that? Well, doesn't wanna go east twice or like west twice. He should do that. Oh man, this this is too advanced for me. Okay, let's just clean up this a little bit. Have these grouped together. So if has moved east, so in this scenario, it was impossible for him to move because, well, move east. This seems to be accurate, right? Has moved west. Then we go here. Has moved west equals true. We should keep moving west, be able to do that. If he has moved east, but he cannot keep moving east. See, that will be here. And then he's moved east, and then he cannot move east anymore. So he goes down here and checks the has moved east. Because he moved east, he then goes west. West equals true. He goes here, and he has moved west, so this should skip and go over to this, which has moved west equals true. I do not get why this doesn't work, why it only goes back and forth. Let's just try running this again and see. It does the same thing. Why not has moved? We've forgotten to do something with has moved. No, we probably want to try adding and not has moved. Maybe that helps. Maybe it doesn't break out. Not has moved. Let's try adding that to all of these. Maybe that helps. This ain't exactly pretty code, but it's kind of like it's more of an advanced puzzle, this one. So I just want to like brainstorm the ideas and try to get them out. And then let's see, we can run this again now. Maybe that works. No, it's stuck in a completely different fashion though. Moving east and west repeatedly. But this time it can move south and north. I would think it did. He keeps on copying this. Why is that? Why is that indeed? Well, we might we might have to come back to this later. I feel kind of stuck, honestly. Definitely might have to do that. It's not moved east, so moved west, so move east equals true. Just move east. And he does that. Then he gets one to the east. He should be able to go north, right? So why doesn't it? Yeah. See, this is on the right indentation. Uh, do we even need the has moved actually? We might not need has moved. Let's try removing that. That's gonna take a while to remove. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a hassle to remove. Come on. Just a few more lines now. This can definitely be simplified a little. I think let's just remove all evidence of has moved. And, yeah, no, that won't work. That's for sure. Actually, yeah, I am stuck. Okay. Well, we're gonna leave it at that then and try to come back with a fresh mind, and that will probably help. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll see the next one. And remember, if you want to be a flopper just like us, do consider hitting that subscribe button. Anyways, have a nice day and goodbye!